AI.
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 Will AI replace our jobs?
But it's not hardware that has white-collar workers concerned. It's rapidly advancing software, since artificial intelligence is doing a lot more than finishing emails.
Yeah, but it can't do this. Smash the like button for that cardistry because that will never be replaced by AI. And that's also because ChatGPT took the verbal IQ test, which measured 155, which is higher than 99.9% of people that took the same part of the test. And a new study showed that AI will affect over 80% of the US workforce.
Perhaps the biggest nightmare is the looming new industrial revolution.
That 85 million jobs will be affected by this shift, and that roughly 25% of all jobs will be replaced by artificial intelligence, and that's just in the next 5 years.
The erosion of the middle class, already one of America's most serious problems, could get much worse with AI if we ignore it.
In the last few years, artificial intelligence has made massive leaps in capability and ease of use. The rise of tools like ChatGPT and Midjourney have created a way for anyone to create essays, art, and other types of content without needing the individual skill and training normally associated with these tasks.
At some point in the near future, you're gonna be watching a YouTube video of someone who you didn't even know doesn't actually exist in real life because they'll be 100% AI generated. And that is already happening. I'm AI generated. You didn't even know. I am Russian, living somewhere in world making passive income. Just kidding, but someone else will own the trademark to that person and all of their sources of revenue because the progress is happening extremely fast.
For myself, as both an economist as an engineer, I'm absolutely shocked at the rate at which some of these generative content mechanisms are improving.
In fact, that man was AI generated. Now that's not true, but tell me he doesn't look like someone typed in, create an economist who looks like the Monopoly man. Boom, there you go. Robots in the fast food industry, which are replacing low-wage workers and self-driving cars, and all of which is happening today. Which jobs will be around and which ones will go away? So the question becomes, what can AI realistically do today?
Generative AI can auto-complete your sentences, write feature-length films, or organize your calendar. And tools using it, like ChatGPT, are taking on an increasing role in white-collar work. They can create first drafts of documents, presentations, images, video, and product designs. Currently, 25% of work tasks could be automated by AI in the US, according to Goldman Sachs research.
It doesn't stop there. Take, for example, marketing and advertising. According to a Deloitte's annual CMO survey, 13.6% of a company's budget is spent on advertising. And in 2024, corporations in the US alone are expected to spend over $320 billion on media advertising, of which over 70% will be in digital form, which is the exact advertising that AI tools will be generating.
Generative AI helped make this ad. And this one too. The company advertised here said creating the image for this AI-generated ad cost about 10 times less than traditional methods.
AI can create these pictures beyond just making memes of cats wearing glasses, but it's being used to create valuable images that are being used in high-profile advertising campaigns today. But it goes beyond just marketing and advertising. This technology is also being used in banking.
Alphabet is now using AI to run anti-money laundering surveillance programs at banks like HSBC, and says it's cutting out human error.
WGA, the Writers Guild Association, because right now it is the first domino that's directly in the line of sight of the AI revolution. Already, over 11,000 writers and creatives have went on strike.
AI's role in television and film production is a key point of negotiations between the Writers Guild of America and the studios.
We could deduce that that plan was probably one writer in a room with one or two machines creating an entire show.
It's not always perfect.
These new AI tools are facing legal pressure from lawsuits, and legislators are also voicing their concern about what AI could mean for the economy. Leaders in the tech sector have even advocated for a so-called AI pause to slow down the emerging technologies that could potentially cause wide-scale disruption to multiple industries.
Will AI replace our jobs? And the answer is yes and no.
Some of the most at-risk jobs, according to a report by Goldman Sachs, are office administration, legal and business and financial operations.
Any jobs where you find yourself doing boring and repetitive tasks over and over again are the ones that are most at risk of being replaced by AI if they haven't been already.
Dropbox laid off 16% of its workforce in April, but not to replace workers. Like IBM, it said it wanted to invest more in AI, which meant cutting elsewhere.
So we see demand growing for these products a lot faster than we could have anticipated. And I think you could have seen the technology coming, but just the way that the interest went vertical is something that's way ahead of schedule from our expectations.
AI cannot fully function without people.
Problems like incorrect or entirely made-up citations, so-called hallucinations by AI, and other problems could put businesses that deploy this new tech in potential hot water, negating the advantage they hope to enjoy.
Losing jobs to AI is not the biggest problem. The real threat to society is how we'll perceive reality.
Now that AI-enabled forms of manipulation are so accessible and the products that they produce are so convincing, the burden of determining what is factual and what is not really falls on the individual at this point.
Misinformation and the use of AI tools to create and respond to newsworthy events will be a new arena of concern.
We need to be diligent when we consume our content on the internet, because even when we consume a piece of media that we know to be false, but it represents something that perhaps we fear, or perhaps we desire, or perhaps a reality that isn't in fact our own, that can elicit an emotional reaction. We're emotional creatures.
That's already happening right now.
She's the hottest influencer on social media, with guys around the world sending her marriage proposals. But she's not a real person. She's an AI creation.
Catfished once again.
We always had three boundaries, if you want, for AI. We said, don't put them on the open internet until you solve the control problem. Don't teach them to code, because that makes them self-developing. And don't have other AIs prompting them, other agents working with them. And we've crossed all three lines.
We've already crossed the three boundaries that we were never meant to cross.